evening and a warm welcome to News at 9 p.m. on Som TV, where we bring to you latest happenings in politics, business, sports, and entertainment. My name is Moses Peter. Here are tonight's major headlines. PDP leaders, ex-governors hold closed-door meeting with Obasanjo in Abeokuta. Gates Foundation invests $27 million in Nigeria's primary health care. Business news, Nigerian Forex Weekly Review, investors rake in 1.54 trillion naira gain. On entertainment news, Dirty December, go home, see your aged parents and siblings. Media personality Nobu Igwe tells Nigerians. And on sports, Salah makes goal assist on return to Liverpool action. Now the news in full. A group of senior figures from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) held a closed-door meeting with former President Olusegun Obasanjo on Saturday in Abeokuta, Ogun State, in what party officials described as a strategic consultation amid ongoing internal party challenges. The delegation was led by PDP National Chairman Taminu Turaki and included former governors such as Muazu Babangida Aliyu of Niger State and Jonah Jang, Plateau State, as well as other senior party leaders. The group arrived at the former president's residence at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library at around mid-morning before proceeding for private talks. Details of the discussions were not immediately disclosed by either side. However, Turaki later said the visit was designed to seek guidance, inspiration, and Obasanjo's counsel ahead of the political battles that lie ahead for the party, particularly with off-season governorship elections in Osun and Ekiti states and the 2027 general elections. The meeting comes against the backdrop of internal tensions within the PDP as rival factions continue efforts to consolidate authority and strengthen the party's strategic direction ahead of upcoming key polls. Asiwaju Muniruddin Bola Oyebamiji, the immediate past managing director of the National Inland Waterways Authority, has been confirmed as the All Progressives Congress APC governorship candidate for the 2026 Osun State election. Oyebamiji's emergence followed a consensus affirmation at the APC primary election held on Saturday in Osogbo. During the exercise, aspirants agreed to present a unified front ahead of the August 8, 2026 off-season poll. A motion nominating Oyebamiji was moved by Kunle Adegoke and seconded by Senator Babajide Omoworare, prompting the chairman of the primary election committee, Governor Monday Okpebholo of Edo State, to call for a voice vote. All 1,660 delegates present, drawn from the state's 30 local government areas and 332 wards, unanimously affirmed Oyebamiji as the APC flag bearer. In his acceptance address, Oyebamiji expressed gratitude to party leaders and pledged to work toward improving the standard of living in Osun State, focusing on key issues such as poverty alleviation, education reform, and healthcare access if elected governor. The former NIWA boss, who also previously served as Osun State Commissioner for Finance under Governors Rauf Aregbesola and Adegboyega Oyetola, thanked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, APC National Chairman Netawe Yilwada, and other stakeholders for their support. A faction of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has declared its determination to reclaim political control of Osun and Ekiti State, following a strategic meeting with former President Olusegun Obasanjo. The meeting, which took place at Obasanjo's residence in Abeokuta, Ogun State, was attended by key leaders of the faction from the Southwest Zone. The discussions reportedly focused on internal reconciliation, party unity, and strategies for strengthening the PDP ahead of forthcoming elections in the region. Speaking to journalists after the closed-door meeting, a leader of the faction said the engagement with the former president was aimed at drawing from his experience to reposition the party and address challenges that led to the PDP's loss of power in the two states. According to him, the faction is committed to rebuilding grassroots structures, reconciling aggrieved members, and presenting credible candidates capable of winning the confidence of voters in Osun and Ekiti. The faction also emphasized the importance of resolving lingering internal disputes within the party, noting that divisions have weakened the PDP's electoral chances in recent years across the southwest. Moving on to Enugu State, the police command has announced the arrest of 6 suspected cult members in the state. The command's spokesperson, SP Daniel Ndukwe, disclosed this in a statement on Saturday. According to Ndukwe, the suspects who have confessed to their involvement in cult activities were arrested by the anti-cultism unit of the command while attempting to force people to be initiated into the Supreme Vikings confraternity. He said several items used for the initiative were recovered, including a gun, cutlasses, and alcoholic drinks. The statement partly read, "Operatives of the Enugu State Police Command attached to the Anti-Cultism Tactical Squad on 5th December 2025 acted on credible information, uncovered and arrested 6 male suspects for forcefully initiating victims into the Supreme Vikings confraternity on 25th November 2025 at a forest in Ugu Peak, Ivan Valley, Enugu North local government area. 1 locally made double-barrel pistol and 4 cutlasses used for their criminal activities and 2 empty bottles of squadron rum used for the initiation were recovered from the suspects. Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya of Gombe State has called for enhanced collaboration between government and organized labor, emphasizing that sustainable national development hinges on mutual trust, open dialogue, and a shared deep sense of responsibility. Speaking on Saturday at the foundation-laying ceremony for the new Nigeria Labour Congress NLC Secretariat in Gombe, the governor described organized labor as a critical stakeholder in Nigeria's democratic and socio-economic evolution. He praised the NLC as a significant institutional voice that not only defends workers' rights but also partners with government in nation building and stabilizing society during economic and social transitions. Yahaya reaffirmed his administration's preference for cooperation over confrontation in labor-government relations since taking office in 2019, arguing that disagreement should be resolved through constructive engagement rather than hostility. The Imo State Police Command has taken swift action by arresting members of the Joint Task Force JTF after a viral video surfaced showing them allegedly harassing and extorting motorists in Obowo local government area. Police spokesperson Henry Okoye confirmed on Saturday that the operatives involved in the incident at 7.5 Junction had been apprehended and were being held in custody as investigations continue. Okoye said the arrest followed widespread outrage on social media over the conduct captured in the footage. In the video, security personnel, including officers from the Army, Police, and Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, were seen stopping travelers, checking their mobile phones and banking applications and demanding money, with victims appearing helpless. The video has sparked widespread condemnation from members of the public, renewing calls for greater accountability and professionalism among security forces deployed along major highways. A former senator and chieftain of the All Progressives Congress APC, Senator Ayodele Arise, has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to consider the option of military action against Burkina Faso in a bid to secure the release of Nigerian soldiers currently being held in the neighboring West African nation. Arise made the appeal on Saturday during an appearance on an Arise TV program, saying diplomatic efforts alone might not be sufficient to resolve the issue, while acknowledging that the Nigerian armed forces are heavily engaged with security challenges at home, including insurgency and banditry. He argued that Nigeria must be prepared to take decisive action if necessary. Arise also voiced support for Nigeria's recent military involvement in the Republic of Benin, where forces were deployed to help quell a reported coup attempt, dismissing criticism that President Tinubu acted harshly before consulting the National Assembly. The University of Benin community is mourning the death of Professor Adamu Baike, a distinguished academic and former vice-chancellor of the institution who died at the age of 94. Professor Baike, who led UNIBEN from 1978 to 1986, passed away in Zaria, Kaduna State, where he had been residing prior to his death. In a statement released on Saturday by the university's public relations officer, Dr. Benedicta Ehanire, current Vice-Chancellor Professor Edoba Omorege expressed deep sorrow over the loss, describing the late scholar as a towering figure in Nigerian and African education. The VC commiserated with Professor Bake's family and broader academic community on behalf of the institution. Omorege lauded the former VC as an astute educationist and administrator whose influence extended far beyond UNIBEN. Bake also served in leadership roles at other institutions, including as National Vice Chancellor of the National University of Lesotho and Nasarawa State University, contributing significantly to higher education, both home and abroad. The late professor was also recognized as the first professor of education in northern Nigeria, a testament to his pioneering role in the field. A former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Salami, has denied ownership of 46 bank accounts allegedly linked to the recovery of funds associated with the late head of state, General Sani Abacha. Malami's reaction followed claims credited to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, suggesting that multiple bank accounts connected to him were uncovered during investigations into recovered Abacha loot. In a statement issued by his media aide, Malami described the allegations as false, misleading, and politically motivated, insisting that he neither owns nor operates any of the said bank accounts. He maintained that the claims were an attempt to tarnish his reputation and discredit his tenure as Nigeria's chief law officer. He further challenged the EFCC to provide concrete evidence to back up its claims, warning against what he described as trial by media. According to him, linking his name to alleged illicit accounts without proof amounts to character assassination. Panic has enveloped a community in Benue State following a deadly raid by suspected bandits who invaded the area, abducted several residents, and left others injured. The attack reportedly occurred late at night when armed men stormed the community, shooting sporadically and forcing residents to flee their homes in fear. During the invasion, the assailants allegedly abducted an unspecified number of people, including women and youths, and escaped into nearby bush paths. Eyewitnesses said the bandits operated for several hours without resistance, moving from house to house while residents hid in farms and surrounding bushes to avoid being captured. Some homes were reportedly looted, while food items and valuables were taken by the attackers. Security operatives were said to have been alerted after the attack, and the search operation was reportedly underway to track the assailants and rescue the adopted victims. However, residents expressed concern over what they described as delayed response by security agencies. Nile University has successfully conducted its fourth medical attestation ceremony, formally inducting a new cohort of medical graduates into the Nigerian medical profession. The event held on the university campus marks a significant milestone for the graduates who have completed rigorous medical training and are now officially recognized as medical doctors. During the ceremony, graduates took the Hippocratic Oath, pledging to uphold the highest ethical standards, professionalism, and compassion in the practice of medicine. The oath-taking was witnessed by faculty members, family, friends, and distinguished guests, including senior medical practitioners and representatives of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. The Vice-Chancellor of Nile University, Professor Vincent A. Okonkwo, congratulated the graduates, urging them to remain committed to service, lifelong learning, and the promotion of healthcare standards in Nigeria. He highlighted the university's efforts in producing well-trained medical professionals capable of addressing the country's evolving healthcare challenges. Professor Okonkwo also emphasized the role of ethics and patient-centered care, stressing that medical practice goes beyond technical knowledge to include empathy, integrity, and social responsibility. We are now stepping aside for a short commercial break. When we come back, the news continues. Stay tuned, don't touch the dial.
Fund my wallet sharp, send money go any bank, do all my transactions inside.
We launched SuperGo yesterday in Yola. Now available in Taraba and Adamawa, and we're covering 36 states before 2026. Download SuperGo today, Nigeria's first lifestyle app.
SuperGo, move, buy, pay, live.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. SuperGo, one app for services endless. Download SuperGo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With SuperGo, your groceries comes to you. Partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses. just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy, and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement. Moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
Welcome back. We are glad you are still there with us. On to international news. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has invested $27 million in strengthening Nigeria's primary healthcare system. The foundation's officials announced during the 2025 Primary Healthcare Leadership Challenge Awards held in the nation's capital on Friday. The funding deployed over the past 4 years has been primarily channeled into the Primary Healthcare Challenge Fund, a performance-based initiative designed to reward state governments that demonstrate measurable improvements in health, service delivery, and governance at the grassroots level. About 70% of the investment has been used to issue performance awards to states showing strong leadership and progress in revitalizing primary healthcare. At the event, Dr. Nkanta Chukwu, Deputy Director for Health Systems Strengthening at the Gates Foundation, reaffirmed the foundation's alignment with Nigeria's efforts to improve frontline health services and urged sustained political commitment to the reforms. On business news, the Nigerian Forex All-Share Index and market capitalization appreciated by 1.63% and 1.64% to close the week at 149,433 and 95.246 trillion naira respectively. These are compared with over 147,093.922 trillion recorded in the previous week. As a result, stock market investors gained 1.542 trillion naira for the week under review. Similarly, all other indices finished higher with the exception of Nigerian Exchange Banking, AFR Division Yield, MERI Growth, MERI Value, Oil and Gas, and Sovereign Bond and Commodity Indices. Each depreciated by 0.12%, 0.75%, 1.07%, 0.27%, 0.13%, 2.02%, and 0.49% respectively. On entertainment news, media personality and lifestyle entrepreneur Nobu Igwe has urged Nigerians, particularly those in urban centers and the diaspora, to use the festive Dirty December season to reconnect with their families, especially aged parents and siblings. Igwe made the appeal in a social media post that has since generated widespread reactions, where he advised Nigerians not to focus solely on parties, concerts, and luxury outings associated with the December festivities. According to him, while entertainment and leisure are part of the season, spending quality time with family members, especially elderly parents, should be prioritized, as time and life are not guaranteed. He noted that December should be a period of reflection, gratitude, and emotional reconnection, rather than excessive spending and social pressure driven by social media trends. Lastly, on sport news, Mohamed Salah set up a goal in Liverpool's 2-0 win against Brighton on Saturday as he returned to action after an explosive outburst cast doubt over his future at the Premier League champions. The Egypt forward, the subject of intense scrutiny in the build-up to the game at Anfield, came off the substitutes bench to huge cheers in the 26th minute, replacing injured defender Joe Gomez. The home team, whose title defense has collapsed after a shocking run of results, were leading 1-0 at the time, with France forward Hugo Ekitike on the score sheet after just 46 seconds. The Egyptian superstar now has 277 goal involvement for Liverpool in the Premier League, 188 goals and 89 assists, a new record by a player for a single club in the competition, overtaking Wayne Rooney's mark for Manchester United. And that's where we end the news at 9 p.m. on Some TV. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Some TV and YouTube at Some TV Live. Stay tuned for more exciting programs and commentaries. I am Moses Peter. Good night.